Greetings, fellow cyclists. In this video, I will provide a user review of the Priority Continuum Onyx bicycle. Other reviewers have covered features and functions of this bicycle, but this review will cover my experiences as a rider on this bike for my daily commute the past 4 months. I live in the Portland, Oregon metro area and commute 8 miles each way, year-round, rain or shine, day or night. I am a long-time road cyclist who recently decided to purchase the Continuum Onyx bicycle to address the following issues I was having commuting on my road bike. Flat tires. There are few things worse than getting a flat on the road, especially when dark, cold, or wet. The wider, puncture-resistant tires on the Continuum Onyx address this, and I have had no flats with this bike. Braking reliability, especially in the wet. The disc brakes on the Continuum Onyx are rock solid, wet or dry, and far superior to the caliper rim brakes on my road bike. Low maintenance drive chain. The Gates carbon drive belt with internal hub gearing is a great change from my road bike's standard chain and derailleur setup. No messy oil, no accumulation of road debris, especially in the wet weather. Traction. Wet roads, especially with winter sand or gravel, are better traversed with the wider tires on the Continuum Onyx. Fenders. The full fenders on the Continuum Onyx do a better job keeping spray and road grit off my shoes, pant legs, and bike. I enjoy my road bikes, but on my commute I prefer the more upright, relaxed riding position on the Continuum Onyx. I had no difficulties assembling the bike from the shipping box. I am somewhat handy and normally do my own bike maintenance. So far, I have not had to take the bike to a shop for any reason. While not on my original shopping checklist, I like the integrated dynamo front hub that powers head and tail lights. While not dim by any means, I did find the stock priority headlight insufficient for my commuting needs, which includes sections without street lights. I would say the stock light provided beam brightness similar to my 300 lumen setting on my USB rechargeable headlight, perhaps with a less focused beam pattern. I replaced it with a Bush & Muller IQX light for about $150 that meets my needs and integrated just fine with the dynamo system. The dynamo-powered tail light blinks and is adequate for my needs. I find the drag with the dynamo system to be minimal. I'm not able to quantify it, but I can't feel an obvious difference while riding with the light system switched on or off. Perhaps it will reduce your speed to ½ mile per hour. Besides replacing the headlight, there are 2 other negatives about the bike in my experience. Compared to my 19-pound road bike, the Continuum Onyx feels quite heavy at 33 plus pounds when outfitted with my gear. So I park it in my garage with a kickstand rather than lifting it up to my bike hook. For my commute, which is largely flat terrain, and I'm not riding for speed or thrill, this is pretty much a non-issue for me. For recreational riding, I hop on my road bike, head for the hills, and appreciate even more how light and responsive my road bike is. At temperatures below 25 degrees Fahrenheit, I had a problem with the gear locking up in a fixed position. Priority was super responsive in addressing this, providing some grease and instruction videos to fix it. The Nuvinci continuous gearing is intriguing, and I've come to like it. A potential negative, though, is the bias towards a lower gear range. The lower gears are quite adequate for even steep hills, but the top gear will spin out racing even a moderate downhill. For my commute, with only a couple of short downhill sections, this has not been a problem. I understand Priority does sell a kit to alter the gear range to higher settings. I have added or changed a few components on my bike. I added a USB headlight, which I run in flashing mode to increase my visibility to others, and rely on the steady dynamo-powered light to illuminate the road. I added a USB taillight, which I also flash. Both USB lights provide redundancy and added safety. I swapped out the stock pedals with ones that have the SPD mechanism on one side for use with my cycling shoes, and flat on the other side for regular street shoes. I added a saddlebag, which holds a spare tube, tire irons, CO2 cartridges, and a wrench for removing the wheels, which lack quick-release mechanisms. I added a bell to alert pedestrians and swapped out the stock bar grips for contoured ones. I already own a GPS cycling computer and can attach it when desired. I'm 6 feet tall and found the 21-inch frame a very nice fit. I'm comfortable and very confident riding this bike and appreciate the added safety it provides. As outfitted, my $1,000 stock Priority Continuum Onyx bicycle came to about $1,300. Not an inexpensive commute bike, but quite cost-effective for my needs, and I'm fully satisfied with it. I can easily recommend this bike to others. Priority was very responsive and helpful during my shopping investigations and with the issues noted previously. Their stated purpose was to make sure I was a satisfied customer. They do a great job at that and, with me, achieved their desired result. I hope this review was helpful to you, and happy travels on the road.